Let's research records submitted for this project prior to our site visit. In the GEOS platform, choose Submittal, Submittal Review, type in the name of the facility, and any other information that you may have that will help your search. Here you see the results displayed. Choose the result that you're interested in reviewing. You will see the facility ID number, which will be helpful for you to record so that you can review any information that they have submitted in the future. And here you will see the permit number. You can record that for your records as well. On the Submission Info tab, you can see the form view as it was submitted when they applied for permit coverage. You will be able to see the facility information, site owner-operator information, limits of construction, disturbed acreage, whether or not there is a local issuing authority, receiving water information, in the Documents tab, you can review any information that was uploaded electronically. Here we have the plans as they were uploaded into GEOS. Here's the location map, the tertiary permittee information, 24-hour contact number, disturbed acreage total. You have the engineer and the engineer's signature. Here you have the limits of disturbance, and it shows your concrete washout area as well as the type of silt fence that will be used. You have the intermediate plan as well as the final plan. That's different stages of construction. Here's the NPDES checklist. Project description. Anticipated activity schedule is here. You can ask them what week of construction they're in. You can see if they're trending with what they were anticipating. A lot of times weather is going to change that schedule. Here's your uniform coding system. A lot of this is information from the green book that they have copied and pasted in here. It's typical silt fence they're going to use, typical concrete washout information. Here's some clearing phase notes for builders, final phase notes for builders, grading phase notes for builders. And this is information about where the downspouts will be, where the water will go after the construction is complete. Information about the pollution control plan, stabilization practices, waste materials, sanitary waste, tracking, inventory, the concrete washout area as it's described here. Here's some of your guidelines for rolled erosion control products. Again, information from educating you about what they plan to use or they may use. Here is the description of the crushed stone construction exit. You can see if that matches what is actually on the ground. Here's the type of silt fence that they indicated that they were going to use. Here's straw bale check dam. This is what they indicated they were going to use. Again, just educating about what they intend to do on the site. Make notes here. You can download these plans to your PC. If you download these plans to your PC, you can carry your laptop to the site And you can actually open up these plans on your PC as long as you've saved them to your desktop and have your laptop running on battery. You can open up these plans while you're on site to verify that they have on site exactly what you're seeing here, and if they've changed, that they have redlined those plans. Stabilization information, the type of fertilizer that they're going to put down, what the requirements are with sodding. Here's dust control information, and most of this is information for the builder. That way, when the engineer has determined that these measures are necessary, the builder is supposed to follow this plan exactly. Again, make notes during this review of all of these plans that have been uploaded, and that way when you're heading out to site, you know what you will be seeing based on the engineer's plans, and if it looks a lot different than what you're seeing here, then you know that the plan that they have on site should be redlined. If any fees were due for the project, you would be able to review payment status on this tab. In the Work Activities tab, you can review the actual NOI permit. Here you will be able to see when the permit expires. They should have a copy of this on site for you to review that has the GAR number on it, the application submittal date, as well as all of the contact information for this permit. If you are reviewing a project that may have submitted sampling reports, you can review sampling reports that have been uploaded here as well. Under the submitted info type, you will be able to determine information that has been uploaded that you would be interested in reviewing. Here you see a stormwater construction sampling report. Let's take a look so you can see what information they have uploaded. Here you see the stormwater monitoring records, the date that the sample was obtained, as well as the NTU results. You can use this information for your site visit and ask questions of the site manager about this review. We can also look in the GADFEES platform for any inspections that may have occurred on the site that you will be visiting. Choosing the Inspection tab, you can see that inspections have occurred on this site. You will see the date of the inspection, the name of the stormwater specialist, the reason for the inspection, and you can also review any reports that have been uploaded. You can download those and review those prior to your inspection or site visit. Once you have completed your online review, depending on the age of the project, you may need to review paper plans. Locate those plans in your office. Knowing the history of a project before the site visit is helpful for determining what you should be able to expect on the site. If this is a scheduled inspection, coordinate the date and time of the inspection with the permittee and forward them a copy of the inspection checklist so that they can have the records necessary for your review available. Now let's head out to our inspection. When you arrive on site, introduce yourself. Hand them a copy of your card, show on-site staff your Georgia EPD credentials, make general inquiries about how the build is going. If they have experienced any need to change the approved plan, note the weather conditions and ask when the last rainfall event occurred. Check on-site credentials, review plans for red lines and ask what phase of construction they're in so you're looking at the right page for the BMPs. Remember, the site must match the plan. Review sampling records. Make mental notes if there is an outfall that consistently exceeds the site's NTU limits. Review rainfall data. There should be a corresponding inspection for every qualifying rain event. You review inspection reports. Are there deficiencies being resolved within the appropriate time frames as required by the permit? Has there been sediment release not reported to Georgia EPD? Is there a self-report for violations? Check the construction exit for installation per the plan and green book. Document any deficiencies. Start in one drainage basin and move up gradient and work down gradient, inspecting each BMP in that basin. You are checking to make sure they are installed per the plan and per the green book. Do they need to be repaired or replaced? If yes, document the deficiencies. Take photos up gradient, up close, and down gradient of deficient BMP. Are they working as intended? If not, don't suggest another BMP. The permittee will need to discuss that with their design professional to determine the best replacement BMP. Work your way to the sediment storage and check to see if it needs maintenance or repairs. Check discharge for sediment releases. Document deficiencies accordingly. Is there a dewatering device? Check perimeter BMPs. Document deficiencies accordingly. When you observe evidence of or see an actual sediment release, document the release and the details of the release. What may have caused it? Has it been addressed? Discuss remediation with the site representative and any BMP repairs needed to prevent further sedimentation. Has it been reported? Ask if a self-report was submitted. Contaminants not related to ENS must be covered or enclosed, including waste materials. All areas of disturbance that have not been disturbed in 14 days must have coverage. Check areas of stabilization to determine if final stabilization per the permit has been achieved. Check receiving waters. Is there a buffer encroachment? If it is in question, use tape measures to check. Is there sediment in state waters? If yes, document how many square feet of impact. Consider whether it would be a minor or major impact for discussion with your supervisor later. Once the site visit is complete, inform the site contact that you are leaving. Answer any questions that they may have about your findings. Let them know you will be preparing a report and how and whom it will be delivered to. If the site conditions are such that a notice of violation letter may be written, inform them of this. Verify the contact information versus the information you obtained during your review of information in GEOS. If the site contact information or ownership information has changed, let them know a modification to the permit information in GEOS is required. Prepare the permit evaluation report. Note any deficiencies. Add photographs with a date stamp. If a notice of violation letter is warranted, complete the letter and forward the completed report to your supervisor for review and approval.
Today I'm going to show you how to create an inspection entry in GAPDES after you have completed or after you have scheduled a permit compliance inspection at a facility. On the GAPDES homepage, in this Find Stormwater NOI box, you'll type in the name of your facility and select the appropriate one based off the inspection you have conducted or have scheduled. Make sure that the GAR number on the left corresponds with the appropriate permit number that's listed in GEOS after you've done your GEOS review of the facility. On the facility page, you'll select the Inspections tab at the top. and then Add on the left to create your inspection entry. You'll then select the inspection type, evaluation, follow-up, sampling, technical assistance. I'm going to select follow-up. And then you'll click on the Stormwater Construction Trip Report under Inspection Checklist. Type in the inspector name and the inspector type. There are several options here such as EPA, joint, municipal, etc. And if none of those apply, then just leave state. Then you'll type in the name of the on-site contact and select the program code, which is NPDES Stormwater Construction. You'll then select the start date and time as well as the end date and time of your inspection. As well as the reason for your inspection. There are examples such as agency priority, citizen complaint tip, core program, for cause, random inspection, result of spill, and selected monitoring action. I'm going to select core program. Then you'll decide which period the inspection is conducted in. If the inspection was conducted in a different period than the current one, you'll have to use this drop-down box to select the appropriate one. This scheduled period section is going to auto-populate to the current period. So if you've already done this inspection last quarter, or if you have it scheduled for next quarter, you'll use this box to select the right one. Then select whether or not the inspection was announced, as well as the watershed that the facility is located in. And you'll type in the name of the receiving waters. If you don't know it based off of the geography or the location of the facility, you will find this information on their NOI application. Then select the weather from your inspection, and then click the Ready to Flow to ISIS checkbox so that other databases can be updated with this entry. If there are any noteworthy comments from your inspection, such as major violations or any location that your supervisor or someone else can find documents based off this facility, you can leave them here. But if not, if there are no noteworthy comments, you can simply add See Attached Report. Then click Save. If there were violations that you documented at the facility, you'll go to these violations drop down and click Add, and you'll select the appropriate type of violation based off of your discovery. There are several listed here, such as BMPs not properly designed, installed, and/or maintained, buffer encroachment, no certified personnel, records unavailable for review, etc. I'm going to select BMPs not properly designed, installed, and/or maintained, and then you'll select the date that you discovered this violation. In this box, you'll select the statute that corresponds with the violation. For most permit compliance violations, we're going to leave it at water quality rules. Other violations, there are several statutes listed in this drop-down box. You'll simply select the appropriate statute that corresponds with the violation you documented. And then if there are any noteworthy comments based off the violation you observed, you would leave it here in this comment section. Then click Save. Down at the bottom, there's a document section where you can upload your trip report. We'll click on Add Files, and then select the PDF document of your trip report after it has been signed by your supervisor and scanned. Then click Start Upload to attach it to the entry. Your entry is now complete. You can let your supervisor know that you have created this entry so that they can review it and complete the inspection once they've reviewed it, which will then update our databases about the facility's compliance.